What if I told you that 90% of your misery, your dukkha, doesn't come from your boss or your empty bank account? No. The vast majority of drama is born right between your nose and your chin. It is your words, and the crazy words or thoughts that you let hook into your mind and send it into loops. The Buddha, bless his perfectly calm mind, put a huge emphasis on right speech. He knew this simple practice was the most practical, cheap, and powerful practice to sweep away sorrow for everyone. It is the third key branch on the path out of confusion, right after right view, understanding the whole cosmic mess, and right intention, choosing to finally clean it up. The word for right is Samyak. It's not like getting a math problem correct. It means appropriate, healthy, and completely karma-free. It's the speech that guarantees you're not stacking up more miserable future garbage. This is lie. The first ethical promise we make is so simple. I have resolved to end suffering in my own life. Therefore, I vow to stop inflicting it on others. If we can master our mouth, we close that gaping 90% gateway to sorrow. So how do you make your words Samyak? It's not so complicated. The 6 delicious ingredients for positive speech. Think of this as your Dharma kitchen checklist. Everything must be fresh and clean. Number 1 is kindness. This is foundational, like the base of the mountains. Even if your inner yak is very, very angry, you do not have to blast the other person with the steam of your nostrils. Share that you are upset, yes, but keep your tone as gentle as a baby's blanket. If you cannot do this, then zip your mouth and go and drink some tea and meditate until your internal heat is used for something more beneficial, like finding the flames of enlightenment. Number 2 is honesty. This is where the real yoga happens. There is always a way to be both kind and honest. You never ever have to choose between the truth and compassion. If you think you must, it means you simply haven't meditated long enough to find the kindest delivery method. 3 is constructive. Your speech must achieve a positive goal. We don't criticize just because the ego enjoys hearing the sound of its own clever complaints. We speak only to build up or find a genuinely beneficial result. If it's just a tear down, silence is your best friend. Number 4 is relevant. Stop talking about the yak when we are discussing the sheep. We must choose words that get us to the positive goal efficiently and make every single word count. Avoid distraction. Your mind is busy enough without your mouth adding side roads. 5 is uplifting. Your words should make people feel lighter, happier, and more capable. A little non-toxic humor is excellent here. That doesn't mean mocking. Do not mock yourself or others. Be light-hearted but never dismissive. Don't be the person whose conversation makes everyone need a long nap afterward. 6 is an improvement on silence. Before you open your mouth, just pause. Ask your inner Buddha, is what I am about to say actually better than me just keeping my peace? Sometimes nothing can be said to improve a situation, but plenty can be said to make a total disaster. If the person is too reactive, silence is the only wise choice. The easy way to stop suffering is to simply stop creating it. Recover the 6 virtues you must aim for. But honestly, it's often easier just to stop the bad habits. The Buddha, in his infinite wisdom, no exaggeration here, gave us a clear list of 6 kinds of verbal poison. These are the gates of suffering. They must be locked and the key thrown into the deepest lake. 1 is harsh words and verbal violence, which are worse than a broken prayer wheel. This means no crossing, no threatening, and please stop the shouting. It is a sign you have lost the plot and handed your inner remote control to the angry demon. You must not use verbal violence or let your mind get hooked by it. Your throat is for mantra, not for spitting poison. If someone is doing this to you, you may simply give them space and come back later if necessary, and tell them you are doing so. You can say, I may be back when we are ready to discuss this gently, without shouting. 2 is mocking, slander, and bullying. Do not use your words like a sharp knife to attack another living being. This includes the sneaky little mocking laughter that cuts without drawing blood, the malicious slander that ruins reputation, and the cruel, humiliating power of bullying. This behavior is proof that your own mind is small, insecure, and needs a long, quiet retreat. Number 3 is lying in ambush. This is the sneaky stuff. No setting up clever verbal traps just to catch or humiliate someone else and make yourself look smart. They are aiming for transparency and genuine interaction, not mind games. Remember, people are not toys for your entertainment. They are fellow travelers on a very confusing road. Do not make them trip. Number 4 is divisive or polarizing speech. This is a huge one. This is the instruction against gossip. What is the definition of true gossip? It is hearing something in one place that, when you repeat it elsewhere, fans the flames of division and power struggle. We must eliminate all of the toxic us versus them talk that destroys the harmony of the community. You are just a temporary manager of an already confused world. Do not add more fuel to the fire. Number 5 is exaggerating and lying. This is the gate that protects your integrity. No lying, no wild exaggeration, and absolutely no claiming magical knowledge or spiritual powers that you simply do not possess. If you meditated for 10 minutes today, you cannot tell people that you saw the Dharmakaya. Your words must be trustworthy, like a good old friend. Number 6 is misleading, confusing, or distracting. You must not divert the conversation away from the actual issue that truly needs to be worked through. Part of right speech is being able to sit patiently and work toward a resolution. If you keep changing the subject or throwing confusion, you prevent this resolution, and guess what? The suffering continues. When you understand these 6 prohibitions, you realize that right speech requires genuine patience and mutual respect. Lying, for example, is just a clumsy way of saying, I don't respect or trust you enough to tell you the real situation. When we close these 6 gates, we protect the community, and most importantly, we protect our own mind from the seeds of future sorrow.